Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Penguin and welcome back to Farm Simulator 15 and Let's Play Season 2 at Coldborough Park Farm. Now in the last episode we went on a bit of a spending spree. We bought some new equipment, the load all, the class, the mowers, well, the bale trailer, the transport trailer, skid steer hiding behind the front loader, the load all, yeah. And then we got a big convoy going and brought it all back here. Well, today's job, we're gonna move these out of here. We're gonna clear this shed out. That's gonna go over there. That's also gonna go over there. I'll think about that. Anyway, let's get into class. And yeah. So first things first, what I need to do is I need to move this out of the way. Just move it to the side so I can get another bit of machinery in there. That'll do. And get this. This is the manure spreader. That was the slurry tanker. That'll do. We're going to get the feeder. This can go in here. I think I might actually put the forage wagon in the other shed where the I don't know. I think I might actually be able to get it down the side of here. Yeah, I should be able to get it down the side of there. Like that. And we'll get the Pottinger. I don't know how you pronounce that. Sweet. And then put this tractor back. Right. So just to go over what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to get as many of those bales as I can, and I'm going to put them in these two parts of the shed here. This part of the shed is going to be for round hay bales when we produce those. So these two here and here. So on this side of the bar and this side of the bar, this side of the bar but not this side of the bar, all of this here is going to be filled with straw square bales. The reason for that is because in real life farmers would usually put their bales under cover to protect them from rain damage, because if the rain happens to fall on these and it basically the bales will soak it up, the bales will they'll become soggy, they'll sag, they'll not become packed together anymore, and they'll be pretty much useless and ruined. So yeah, you need to get them in the shed. I'm not saying all farmers do that, but from what I've seen, you know, they do. So yeah, and I don't know if there's any rain coming. There isn't. There's rain forecast for Saturday. Obviously we're on Monday, but I'd like to get them in. I'd like to get them in before it gets dark as well, and then we can call it a day. So I'm going to hop in the load all. Bale spike is not here. It's actually oh, that's it there. we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick these up in stacks of 2, and I'm going to stack them 4 high. So I'm going to have to do a lot of outside camera views for this, just well, for the first part of the stacks anyway, because kind of hard to see. Basically, what I do is there's a lot of wheel direction mode I need to change as well on this. Just to get them in, and there we go. And I stack another 2 on there, and that's that. Because when I come to start feeding the cows, I'm going to be using the skid steer, and the skid steer all can reach so high up. I've already done this before, and I've actually done it on this map and stacked them in there. So trust me, I know what I'm doing. This shouldn't go wrong, but never say never. Yeah, the skid steer can. I think it can reach 5 high stack bales, but 4's an equal number. I can stack 4. I can pull 2 off the pile instead of 3. It'd be kind of hard to pull 3 off. So I use the crab mode, the steering, just to get tight into the corner. Like that. And there we go. So any that's left over, I don't know if there will be, I imagine so, but any that is left over, I'm taking to the pigs and beef, and I'm going to store them in a shed up there. That's half of 1 stack gone already. That's 8. 16 per stack. I mean, this is hard at first because you've got to fill the full shed up, but once we get going, like properly going, I can just top it up when I need to. So say, I mean, not to top it up like bale per bale. Perhaps I'll need a stack of bales, but I mean it's not really a problem. I mean, it might just be a case, if I haven't actually got into the pigs or beef yet, just running up there and getting what I've stored, you know, the leftovers that I put up there to begin with, bring them back down. It's just basically somewhere to put them, so they're not outside in the rain. You're probably also wondering why I've bought a skid steer and a front loader. Well, the front loader was to basically reach to the top of these stacks and get them down, get the bales down and stack them up, and the skid steers for when I just don't want to use this, because these are probably more expensive to run than the skid steer. The skid steer is more compact, move around more, doesn't. I think it's in the long run it's probably more efficient to have both than one. Can I imagine this does cost more to run, so it's got more fuel in it, so it is a bigger machine. I don't know, I like having both, and meh, I've got 1.189 million in the bank, so we can afford it, put it that way. When it comes to doing the pigs and beef, I'm going to buy another skid steer, but that's all I'm going to probably use up there. The pigs and beef, I'm not going to have a front loader up there, and if I do need a front loader, I'll drive this up, because that's another thing. This is a lot faster than the skid steer, which I don't really want to be, you know, have just one skid steer and be running between both places. That'd take forever. I mean, I don't know what its max speed is, but I doubt it's much. I've already mentioned that I'm going to do wrapped bales as well, but they can be stored outside because they're effectively already covered, aren't they? They've got plastic wrap round them, which is waterproof, so the water shouldn't get to the bales when it rains. Obviously, when I say water gets to them, it doesn't really. Like, if you really want to, if you're just playing this game for fun and you're not really wanting to be serious, by all means, store your bales outside. Store them in a river. Do whatever you want with them. You know, there's nothing in the game, mechanics or physics, to that destroys the bales when it starts raining. It's just I'm trying to be as realistic as I can, and my knowledge, you know, my little knowledge on farming, though it does. That knowledge does grow week by week, to be honest. The more I read up on farming and whatever. I mean, I'm really interested in farming, if anybody didn't know that. And I've got a friend that is like more modern farming than me. Absolutely loves this game. And he actually worked on a farm. So I got most of the tips and tricks on what you're meant to do with certain stuff on farms off him. But I already knew that bales had to be stored just by watching farming videos, and it's more or less just common sense, isn't it? See, these are not waterproof, and if you don't want them to get soggy and ruined, and you want your cows to have nice tasty hay, straw, you do want to put them under cover. When we do make the round bales, you'll probably notice they're easier to stack. Well, they are and they aren't. They're easier to stack because there's a few of them. There's not as many of them. I'm not doing bad here. I'm gonna get the skid steer out later, and I'm gonna push them all up and just tightly pack them in. In fact, I'll be able to work out, once I've finished this first section of this shed, I'll be able to work out how many more I need for this, and then I'm probably not going to do it all on camera because it is going to take some time. But what I'll do is I'll work out how many I need for the next part, and then the rest I'll throw on the bale trail, and we'll take those up to the pigs and beef. Providing that there is going to be any left, but judging by how many stacks that, I mean, how many stacks did I create? 3, 6, 9 and a bit, yeah, I remember now. I imagine there's going to be some left. I haven't dropped one yet, which is surprising. I know when I did this last time, I was dropping loads, and it took me forever to sort it back, get it back together. Oh! Does that class as dropping them? I mean, they're still stacked like I want them to. It's when the top one falls off the bottom one. That's when it becomes a bit of a fuss and a pain. That's not much of a problem. It's still stacked. I love this load all so much. It's that crab mode. I mean, I've always said that it's not really useful, but by my god, it is. Until you actually come to use it or need to use it, it's actually amazing. I mean, how say this? I mean, it's probably simple. Like, how do they go about actually changing the wheel direction? Do they just flick a switch? Like, make sure the wheels are straight and then just flick a switch? I mean, I doubt they have to go outside the cab and mess around with anything on the outside. I imagine it's done all from the inside the cab. But like, the wheels must have to be straight. You can't flick a button and it'll change automatically. I mean, on this you can, but on some other mods, it flashes up, make sure the wheels are straight first. Like, see here, how I've got the wheels turned. I can just, it just changes. Look at that. Do in-cab driving. I mean, this is hard. Oh. How many is there already? There's 4 across, 4 down, so that's 16. Double that, 32. 30. I'll probably be able to get another 32 in there. I mean, does that mean there's 2 stacks? Yeah, it's 2 stacks in there. Yeah, because there's 16 per stack. So if it's 64, that means there's 128. And I created 150, so there should be 100 and... No, there should be 22 spare that I need to put on a trailer. If my math's correct. Look at them all shaking. Maybe not, I might only get 3 more in. I don't really want any to be sticking out of the shed. No, we're not that far off now in terms of getting to the point where we can crack on mowing to feed the animals. Because that's the main thing is grass. Because I need grass for silage, grass for hay, just normal grass to feed the sheep. And the sheep are the easiest, but they don't pay that much. Whereas the cows require more, but they pay more. Oh no! Oh, it actually happened. Ah. Right. What I need to do is just... Oh, right. Which might not be so bad. If all I do is... Nah, it ain't gonna work. Oh, yeah, it did. Sweet. See, expert telehandler driver, me. Only the pros can do that. Oh, nearly. Ah! It's twice now. Done that. I mean, I was destined to do it as soon as I said that I hadn't messed up. So, who cares? Doesn't take long to put it right once you know what you're doing. I'm only a pro because I do it in third person as well. I imagine if I was doing it in the cab, I'd probably be still on the first row. Especially trying to look up, because the problem with this game, and I have said it before, it's like when using the mirror. I mean, the mirrors in this game are absolutely shocking. They might as well not be there, because they really serve no. Like that mirror there, what is that showing me? And that one, I can hardly see it. I mean, that mirror is actually not too bad. That one is hideous. I mean, you can't even use that. I mean, what is that one for? No idea. But yeah, the mirrors in this game are absolutely useless. I imagine Giants are making a Farming Simulator 2017. Like they seem to go, they seem to do it every 2 years for PC and consoles. Obviously, Farming Simulator 09, Farming Simulator 11, 13, 15. So one could only bet that there's going to be a 17. It would make sense, wouldn't it? I hope they had some option to adjust those mirrors, because they're absolutely useless. They might as well not be there. I mean, I know I go on about it in Farming Sim 15 mod shows when the vehicles haven't got any mirrors, but yeah, most of the time they're just pointless and don't work. Okay, so how many's... Oh. It's 4, 5, this is the 6th one. So I'll say from there up to the end of the tines there, that'd be another. So yeah, I'll be able to get... Where is it? If it's 4, 16... 32, 64. Yeah, I'll be able to get 64 per section of the shed, which is 128. Yeah, so there will be 22 left over. So I need to siphon off 22 bales, and I'll take those up to the pigs and beef. Now these are hard to get in because you're getting nearer the There we go. I mean, the last two on that one behind the pole is going to be really, really hard. But like I said, I'm an expert telehandler driver, so I should be able to do it. I think when I'm gonna stack the round bales, I'm gonna use one of these silage pits here, because I'm not gonna use both silage pits. I am filling one of them with chaff and making silage, and that's gonna be for the loose feed. What I mean by loose feed is when I just feed them silage on its own. Obviously, you've got silage in the mix, in the food mix, and then you've got silage on its own. The silage that comes out in the pit of the silage pits is going to be silage on its own. You're thinking, well, that's just stupid. It's all the same stuff. Yeah, but the way I look at it, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not really bothered if I'm wrong. Is when silage is being wrapped, or this silage comes out of bales, it's packed together, and it's better for mixing with food. But when it's out of a silage pit, it's usually loose. Yeah, it's been compacted down. Yeah, that's just my reasoning behind it. And it also gives us a bit of an excuse to do more than one type of silage work. I've never done silage bale work on camera, I don't think we did any last season. Yeah, I think we just got it all out of a silage pit. So I want to do both this time. And you see farms, actually, they have silage pits and they also have silage bales, so what does that tell you? Just try and ram that in. Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, I'll do that. So once there's, I don't know, if there's 16 gone, then I'll run up to the pigs. Oh, if there's 22, I might as well bring the full 22 down. Just wait while I've used 22 up. But oh no, that's gonna go. Yeah. I don't know what happened there. So I need 4 there, 12, I need 12 more. Oh, I've nearly knocked those over there. Be careful. Stack's definitely wobbling. Ooh, careful. It's a tight squeeze. Okay, so I need 8 more, which is half a stack, which is this one here. Good job there's no damage on this game. That'd be something I'd like to see in future farming simulator games. Have some kind of like damage system, maybe not physical damage, or visual damage anyway, but you know, if you keep clanging your front loader into your silage pit and damaging it, then yeah, obviously have some things, so you have to go and repair it, a bit like Euro Truck. There was a damage mod in Farm Sim 2013. Did damage, but it was a bit useless. I can push those in a bit further. I'll do. Four more. That's a tight squeeze. There we go, that's the last one. I'm not actually going to straighten them all up because that's going to take some time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get them on that trailer, and then we're probably going to call it there. And there we go. So there we go. It is 64 bales right there, all nicely, well, I would say neat, but they're not that neatly stacked. But they're stacked, they're under cover, they're not going to get wet now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and get the JCB, I'm going to get the trailer, and I'm just going to auto load 22 on there. Can't bother stack. I am going to have to stack some, I believe. I might have to actually load some manually. Okay, I've just completely drove past the trailer. This thing's absolutely filthy. Alright, I need to get the... Okay, straw, not manual, loading type, J, automatic. It's a shame you can't really specify how many you want. Oh, that's 20. Oh. Now I'm actually going to go get the front loader now. And we'll just get 2 more. I'm also going to auto unload them when I get up to the thing. I would use this and take this up, but you'll see the corner that I am going to have to take on in a minute, and it's a nightmare getting that trailer around it. Let's just equal them up here, and so in theory now, I've took those 2 off, they should all fit in that shed, and there shouldn't be one left over, and there shouldn't... oh. Yeah. Okay, they're done. Cool. So let's put this away. Rightio. Let's go and take this up to the pigs. Even getting out of here is going to be a nightmare. Because there's no rear steering and that drawbar's just no movement in it whatsoever. I mean, well, there isn't meant to be, but it's the rear steer that really does me over. I don't know if there isn't meant to be, or the mod author hasn't implemented it. I don't think there's meant to be any rear steer, honestly. Just how the mod is. Okay, just gonna make sure they don't fall off the back. I've had it before. This trailer seems to just like to detach them for no reason. If it does happen, you might not notice it. Well, you will notice it because the tractor seems to jerk a little bit. Alright, I need to move over to this lane. Because this is a really, really tight squeeze. I think I might have done it though. Oh, he has. I've gone on the grass, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, we have been up here before. I mean, we started the series off up here. Yeah, see, they've just gone. Tractor jerks. Right. 22 still there. Don't know why it does it. I think it might have something to do with this map, but I'm not 100% sure. When I downloaded it, it didn't say there was that was one of the bugs. So, no idea. It's something that happens. As long as they don't go flying off into space and whatever, I don't really care. As long as they stay on the trailer. I mean, if one falls off, the automatic loading will be able to put it back on. If it's within range, and it doesn't seem to go far, it just seems to roll off. Maybe when I hit a really bad bump, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we are here with the pigs and the beef. So where I like to stack them is, and they're only stacked 3 high. I'd like to stack them in there, and it's a pain getting it in there. This trailer, with it being just one solid bit of just one solid chunk of metal. In fact, that's not the hardest one. It's when, and we're not going to do it here today. Okay, just make sure that is relative. Let me get it tucked up more to the wall, like that. Make sure it's straight. I mean, if it's pointing that way, it's not such a problem. But if it's pointing that way, it'll hit the shed wall, and that's not going to be good. Right. Show unloading help. Hide unloading help. Oh, it's there. That's why. Unloading. Toggle unload side. Back. Right. There we go. So see that red square? That's where they're all going to land. So basically what I need to do is I need to get that red square as close to these seed pallets as possible. I don't think it shows. No, it doesn't. I'm going to guess that's close enough. Maybe just pull it a little bit forward and unload. Now there should be perfectly. Look at that. You get a piece of paper through there, and that's it. So that's perfect unloading. And then in the future, once I start creating thousands of bales, but hundreds and hundreds of bales, and I need to fill this complete shed, I can stack another set here, here, there, here, there, here, there. So like four rows along the back, 4 rows along the front. That's 8 rows. 8 rows of. Does it hold 24? Oh, that's too much math for me. It isn't, but it's nearly 10 o'clock at night, so yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, in fact, I'm just going to leave this here for now. I'll take it back down when I have to sort out the rest. I'm going to leave it here for now. So between now and the next episode, I'll get the rest of those bales down there stacked, and then for the next episode we can start with mowing fields and getting on making hay bales, getting piles of grass, getting silage, though I might actually use corn and chaff it up for silage. I'm not really decided on that yet. Making silage bales, all sorts of things to come. But yep, there's it for now, so thank you for watching. Please like, favourite and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another episode of Farming Simulator 15 and Let's Play Season 2 at Coldborough Park Farm. Ta-ra.